Brew Crew.
That's
So,
right.
for those who don't know, we're going to start a podcast and we're going to see where it goes, where our journey takes us. And so, basically, we were all chit-chatting and we said, wouldn't it be nice if the sisters who may not have sisters on the job um, kind of had somewhere they can go and kind of hang out with other sisters for a half hour and we could talk about, things that affect us in the construction industry. And so I will be one of your hosts. I'm Erin Sullivan. I'm out of Local 3 in New York City. And I'm going to turn it over to Stacy.
Yeah, so I'm Stacy Hobling. I'm out of Las Vegas, local 396. I'm happy to be a part of this. And then our girl Shannon.
Hi, I'm Shannon, also local 396. I'm a journeyman lineman and the president of 396. And I am more than happy to be a part of this too, to hang out with two of my favorite people.
So one of the gifts of the IBEW is the gifts of friendship. I always say that you're not going to remember the paychecks that you made along the way, but you're never going to forget the people that you met along the way. And so we just wanted to kind of take our friendship and put it out there and show what's possible in the IBEW and in the sisterhood. And so basically what we're going to be doing is a weekly podcast and we're going to talk about things, shoot the shit with each other about things that affect us on the job. And we're going to hear from other sisters within the IBEW because they're going to ask a question and then we'll talk more about that. But so Shannon, last time I spoke to you, you were on your way to a rodeo.
Yes, ma'am. We were out to the International Lineman's Rodeo in Kansas City a week before last. It was a good time. Linemen and apprentice linemen from all over the countryside come to compete in like what we do for a living, climbing poles, speed climb, save the mannequin, arm change out, insulator change outs. It's just to show class or to showcase what they can do and show a little bit of lineman pride. It's a good time of year. And also, to build relationships and make friends. And we actually had an apprentice walk across the podium, which is very exciting. It's like the Olympics. It's the lineman Olympics, we kind of call it. So placed 5th in the mystery event.
Very cool.
Yeah, it was fun.
And Miss Stacy, what have you been up to with your nuclear buttons?
I've been holding it down out at these power plants. We're just wrapping up our hot summer run out here in Las Vegas. So kind of kicking into our shoulder months, which just makes life a little easier. Yeah, working, playing, all the things I do best.
So for those who may not know, Stacy, she works in a power plant out in Vegas, and Shannon obviously is the president, but she also, I want to see if I can pull up that video. Let me see if I could pull up this video. Anyway, I'll get the video, but anyway, it's Shannon hanging from a helicopter.
The long line training last week. Yes.
Yeah, I didn't queue it up because she just sent it to me, but next year I'm gonna go out there and I don't think I'm gonna be like hanging from a helicopter, but I would certainly want to be on a helicopter when they ground the helicopter. That has been something that I've wanted to do. So I think we're
I'll
gonna
tell you,
do it next year.
you know what? I actually made some friends too, Erin. We were in a week of training. It's called long line training, and an outfit out of Canada. I call it Canada. Made some close friends and good relationships. So you just might get that chance sooner than later.
I've been talking about it, and then she kind of called me on my shift. She was like, "Oh, we could do it when you come out to Vegas." And I was like, "Oh, well, I'm not so sure right now, but I'm definitely going to do it. It's on my bucket list." So,
I want to make sure that bucket list is checked off.
so I'm happy to report that the Jets finally won a game.
I saw it.
Yeah,
Good
it
for
wasn't
you.
pretty, but it wasn't
Not
pretty,
who I
but
bet on, but I did see him win.
yeah. And my and the poor Giants, that guy took a
Oh, awful.
awful, awful, and that's one of the things that we're going to be talking about today on the show is like health and you know really kind of taking care of yourself in an industry that kind of just like beats you up, right? Like you're just working long hours. I don't know, about you guys, but like, picking up pipe. And I tell the apprentices now, like, if I have a bundle of pipe on my shoulder, say, would I let my mother carry that bundle of pipe? And if your answer is yes, say, would I let my grandmother carry that bundle of pipe? Because I'm also a grandmother. And just to kind of, teach them that, you take care of, the elders, So we're going to talk a little bit about, mental health and our physical health on the job. And I find it hard to take care of myself when I'm working a lot of hours, right? Like those
Yeah, I
many hours,
always, yeah,
bad eating habits.
hard to eat right when you work 12-hour days. You come home, you want to still get the amount of sleep you need. Um, it's a challenge.
We call that work-life challenge.
Yeah,
Yeah, because you're eating shitty, right? Because you're usually probably eating out because you don't have time to prepare your food. So it's
yeah,
grab and go food and
yeah. Grab what you can. By the time you get home, it's late. You don't really want to cook at home. You got to you definitely have to find a balance.
I think
eh,
too early on in the career it was worse, right? The 7-Eleven stops and stuff like that. But I think longer in the career and know what nutrition and rest and hydration do. I think that, we do work long hours, but I think that we're a little better at preparing our food and being hydrated the night before prior to the next day because it is very hot out here in Las Vegas. I mean, we reach 100 plus. So it's important that we stay hydrated and good nutrition and stay off the sugar and not too much caffeine or you're just going to get sick.
Yeah. Yeah, especially in our summer heat here, it makes you don't want to eat, right? It's too hot. So having those healthy snacks makes a world of difference. And over the years, I have definitely become much better about taking care of myself than early on, sleep and food included. So
Hard. 1 second. I'll be back. I got one heck of a glare, don't I? Do I have a
yes.
glare? Yeah, I'll be back.
So I find that sometimes like if I'm working like a lot of hours, right? Like the last thing I'm thinking about is health. But I've also um like canceled doctor's appointments, right? So it's
yeah,
like I wait 2, 3 weeks to get an appointment and
yeah. And then it just compounds the problem, right?
right.
I try to never, I mean, even if I gotta just take a couple hours of PTO, make sure I continue to get to my doctor's appointments. And that's the other thing, like Shannon was saying is, when I was younger, a doctor's appointment wasn't even on my radar. Now it's like, no, this is part of your daily life. So, I know for myself, I force myself to, I usually get a massage at least once a month. Just take the time, do a massage. It's one of those things that for me, it's a nice reset. And I feel better when I'm done, right?
And
I
actually,
just,
we've negotiated in our benefits package, 25 good free massage and chiropractic adjustments through an outfit that we talked with two brothers that are concerned with, our health and well-being. So that's really nice.
yeah, I just went for one on Saturday and just even like, I mean, forget like the physical, just release of, getting your muscles massaged. It's just like taking that hour out for yourself,
Yeah.
right? Like as women, we just don't do, right? We're always like, either taking care of kids, spouses, elder care, there's just,
The
we do
crew,
it. Yeah, the
Yeah, the
crew.
list is endless,
it's
right?
endless. Yeah.
You gotta
We,
just time out and take it for yourself.
Yeah.
it's hard.
Yeah.
I think we end up like as caretakers, but we're like the last ones to take care of ourselves, like I don't know. I find that.
I find that also we've got a group of girls out here that we make sure, like Stacy and myself, and we've got a couple other of our girl gang. We put each other in check if we don't make our doctor's appointments or take time for yourself. Um, we definitely put each other in check, and then if we don't, then we'll all get together for a Sunday morning brunch.
Yeah. Yeah, having that time to, enjoy your friends, and that also is huge for mental health, especially for me. I'm like, if I'm on the grind every day, it's like you get lost in it. You got to take those breaks and see the other side of life.
There's no doubt that like I think of like just our friendship, right? And all the times like that we see each other and like just my heart comes back full, my battery's charged, my stomach muscles hurt from laughing. It's just it's just so like I don't know, it just takes time with friends that like kind of just energizes you. And I think that that's kind of good for your health because I think it fights off all the bad crap. I also find like I don't know if you guys find, but like bathroom breaks. Like I just get so busy that I forget to go to the bathroom. And then the next thing I
Yes.
know, it's like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And I'm like,
Yeah.
And that's not good for us.
I know. And every day I'm like, Erin, you got to drink more. Erin, you got to go to the bathroom more. And it's like just you get to work and it's like it's like
Nonstop.
Yeah.
it's like the hamster on the cage. Like that's probably my biggest downfall is like when I'm at work and I'm doing, right? It's just taking a bottle of water as much as I hate it and drinking it, right? And just saying, all right, I'm going to drink 2 bottles of water today. I don't like it, but I'm going to do it because it's the right thing to do. Um, I don't,
I
I
have a friend actually who says the easiest thing that you can do for your health is just drop a little lemon in your water. And I try to do it. Like I always have lemons at the house. I don't do it as often as I probably should. And it's one of those things like the health benefits of just adding a little lemon to your water. And it's easy, right? She does body work, and she has people that come into her office all the time and they're like, oh, should I be running? Or should, if she's like, if you can't just put lemon in your water, you're not going to do anything else. So just start there, right? That's just one easy thing you can do for your health.
yeah, that's pretty, I like that. Because I really just, water, like, it just doesn't taste like anything. So maybe if I put a lemon in it.
It
Put
makes
some
it
lemon
taste a
in there.
lot
Yeah.
better.
Put some
And it,
lemon in there and it's good for you.
and lemons are really good for kidney stones because I remember when I had kidney stones, probably for not drinking enough, the doctor was like, drink lemonade. Like he said,
Yeah.
drink a glass of lemonade once a day.
Actually, in the summertime, well, most of the time, because I run a bucket truck, a line truck, and my foreman's truck. I have two coolers on my foreman's truck, water coolers, and one of them is full of lemon water all the time. lemon water in the cooler and pickle juice in our lunch cooler for hydration.
And pickle juice is good for, I don't know if anybody has like potassium problems,
Mhm.
but I just heard that the other day because I love pickle juice. I'll drink the pickle juice out of the jar.
Well, that's what we
And
do.
yeah, and I just heard the other day that the football players use that to
Yeah.
stay
I
hydrated and
drink
cut
a I drink
potassium.
a glass of pickle juice every week. One of the other things I wanted to mention too that I do for myself is, and I think this is, you got to figure out what lights you up, right? But like I play softball once a week, um, at just a little beer league. A bunch of my friends, we get together, we play softball on this league. But at the softball diamonds, they serve us pickle juice. So right before my game, I drink a glass of pickle juice. Helps with cramps, anything like really helps hydrate
Hmm.
that body. So
I learned it from a foreman, like probably at least 37 years ago. We were apprentices, and we'd go into the trailer, outside construction. We're building a high line in like a 69 line down in Palm Springs. He would make us come into the construction trailer, would pass the pickle juice around until the bottle was done, and then, we could do whatever. But yeah, it's a long time remedy because the sun and work deplete your
yeah,
potassium and your magnesium.
yeah.
Hmm.
Good
I
little
didn't
trick.
I didn't learn it from work. I did learn it back in the day when I spent more time in a bar where you took a Jameson and a pickleback shot. Now I try not to do the Jameson to begin with, just the pickleback. Probably a
I
little
like
better for my health.
I wonder if there's any health benefit to olive juice because that's another one that I could swig down.
I
Oh,
don't see
really?
why not. It's like a brine, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Look
I
that
bet
I
the
up.
like
yeah.
I like olive juice and pickle juice. Maybe because I'm salty.
You're a little salty, all
I'm
right.
a little salty.
That's why we love you.
Yeah.
I think we're all salty. That's why we get along so well.
We got the New York salt and the Vegas salt.
That's right.
But we are the
Little-
salt of the earth, ladies. We are the salt of the earth. I'm not even sure what that means, but I think it's a good thing.
I think it's a
Yeah.
good thing.
So one of the things that we're going to do on our podcast is weekly, we're going to have a sister ask a question, and it's going to be called Stacy.
It's called Girl, It's Time to Espresso Yourself.
Right.
That's right.
That's right. Because here we're going to express ourselves. So Stacy's working on a jingle for that. So
Jingles coming. The jingle's
yeah,
coming.
stay tuned for that hot item.
Oh, I can't
So,
wait.
so today's question is,
My name's Kim, and I wanted to know what it's like to work in a male-dominated trade.
hmm,
Good question.
Yeah.
Who's you first, Aaron?
Yeah. Let's hear what Aaron has to say about that.
well, I would say that thank God I grew up with two brothers because it certainly helped me out dealing with people on the job, right? And I was the middle child, so I didn't win every fight, but I didn't back down either. Um, I would say that in my 26 years in the IBEW, I've run into like five just assholes. Like just straight out, you're an asshole. But what I will tell you is that I think that the people that I worked with would agree that these people were assholes, right? And so, um, I mean, I always say careful how you treat the help because one day they may come back as the shop steward. And, probably the one who was the biggest jerk to me, I ended up when I got my shop steward's card, he was on the first job that I showed up as a shop steward. And when I gave him my card, he goes, what does that mean? And I go, that means that on this job, you're going to keep your mouth shut. And you're going to act like a professional. And if you can't act like a professional, then you're going to go somewhere else. But it won't be here. And then I called, the super, and I just said, listen, you know what this guy did to me. And, I'm just letting you know that I'm here. And so he transferred him the next day. So I didn't really have to deal with it. But there are so many amazing brothers that, I mean, I've worked with probably tens of thousands of IBEW members through my career, right? Going from job to job, or like if I was at a conference. And I got to tell you that I'm blown away by the friendships that I've, gotten with our brothers over the years. And I think as more time goes by in the industry, I find that there's more upstanders now than bystanders, right? And when I first came in, I think there was more, bystanders, right? That would allow this jerk to be a jerk, right? But I just don't see it. And I'm with a really good contractor now that there's zero tolerance. So, so I've been blessed. I mean, I love my brothers, and for as much as I have their back, they have my back. So, it was hard at first. It was an adjustment. And there's days like, where you're the only female on the job, in the bathrooms and all of that kind of stuff. But every day, every week, every hour, it's just getting better and better for women coming in. And, we're making strides. Not that, we're perfect, but from when I came in to now, I mean, this is something that any woman can do who wants to do it, right? You can't just put somebody who wants to be a manicurist and, she'll succeed. You have to want to do it. But if you have that willingness to work and learn, I think 99.9% of the brothers are going to take you under their wing and teach you the trade. So that's kind of been my experience.
I think mine in the beginning, right, on travel around for other jobs. First off, I grew up like you did, right? I was a firstborn grandchild with 9 uncles. So I grew up pretty tough and, was outside and stuff a lot. But I think like first coming in, I think as a female in the line trade, I think every job, and it's probably for you too, and in the early days, you really had to prove yourself every job that you went to. You had to prove that you knew your mustard. And as soon as you did that, first couple of days, they're very receptive if you wanted to learn, or, I mean, none of us would be where we're at today without our brothers. That's for dang sure. So it's just, everything has evolved, like you said, in the industry. People want to help, but see, you've got to want to help yourself too, right? You can't just be lollygagging around. You need to work. There's no doubt about it. And like I said, we all did it in the beginning. We had to prove ourselves on a daily, there's a girl on the job, what's she gonna do? Well, she's gonna work right beside you as hard as you, maybe harder, and she's got your back. And I think, like, I think you pretty much said it in a nutshell. It's just like you need to really love what you do, go out and do it, and have each other's back, and then have the youngsters' backs that's coming up.
Yeah, I think you guys summed it up really well. I think definitely when I first got there, being the only girl, and you get what's she gonna do here? We're not gonna do her work for her, and it was like you had to work probably harder just to prove yourself. But as time has gone on and you gain the experience that you gain over your work career. I feel like I get to be a lot more honest. I remember when first several years of working, it was like you had a good idea, but you almost had to make it their idea so that it would pass
Mhm.
off. And now I don't find myself doing that at all. I feel like I've been there long enough. I have the respect of the people who I've worked with for many years that I'm not tricking them into thinking it's their idea versus something that is genuinely my idea to begin with. So, um, and like you said, Aaron, there's always going to be a handful that,
Mm.
you're not going to prove anything to. It doesn't matter if you walked on water, right? You're just not going to do it. So, but the good outweigh the bad over my time working. The good have definitely outweighed the bad. So,
And I really find like guys are just really, our brothers are really stepping up now, right? And you know,
absolutely.
this
100%.
young generation, like they grew up with girls playing hockey with them, and they don't. The one thing I can say about this generation is like they don't care if you're black, you're white, you're straight, you're gay. Like they don't care about that. Like they just want everybody to be okay, right? And there's something to be said about that.
I love it.
Yeah, so I love the young workers.
Yeah, they got
So
a softer side to them, I feel like, and kindness, not weak, but kindness.
they're the social justice generation. I really believe that. I really believe that people call them socialist and whatever, but they're really about like just, they want people to be treated with respect and dignity. And so yeah, I'm so grateful that my friend Margaret said that Erin's good at playing with wires and had me fill out an application to Local 3. I thought I was going for a camera job and ended up on a construction site, but that's a whole nother episode. But the amount of people and brothers that I have, like, I mean, it's just amazing, you know?
Yeah.
So
We all feel blessed, I think.
now, Stacy, do you find it different because like you're in a power plant setting or
I think I mean, no, I think it's very similar. I mean, it is definitely male dominated. I've had one or two other women working with me over the 25 years that I've been doing this, and it's like a construction site, right? I mean we're in one spot and we're
right?
we're running the plant, but it's just like a construction site. Over my career, I got the opportunity to do the construction of two of the power plants out here in Southern Nevada. So we've had those crews come through and the only difference between like a startup job and then the everyday running the plant is the number of people that we have there. And when we're, just running the plant like my day to day, it's a smaller group. And so we really become close. We are a family. We're spending more time with those people than a lot of our own families. So you get close with people like that.
Yeah.
I
And
agree with
Shannon,
that.
being like a lineman, like that had to be tough. And I mean, you're in for 40 years, right?
Yeah,
40,
40
40,
plus. Yeah.
40 plus. So, I mean, I can't even like fathom what it was like, just like just even with like bathrooms, and I'm not asking you to go into like what you did with the bathroom, um, but just like how tough that must have been back then.
Yeah. At the time, I didn't really realize it. I wanted to be a lineman, and this is how linemen worked, and this is what we did. At the time, I really didn't realize, I mean, I was taking the steps. So I didn't realize, the bathroom stuff and and proving myself more, working harder than the other young guys. And I just didn't really realize it because I loved it so much. Later on in my career, I was like, whoo, yeah, I went through some trials and tribulations, but it's made me who I am today. And it made me, I guess, blaze a path for others, right? So they didn't have to do what I had to do,
Hell yeah.
you know?
And I mean, you guys both like are active in like, bringing up the sisters behind, I mean, so today I had to work. I worked until you know, 2:30. But then I went out to our hall because one of my apprentices that I mentored since she came into the industry, she got her A card today.
Oh, right.
So that was like cool. So I was able to give her her A card. And like just being there for like the next sister too. I mean, it is about the brotherhood, but like there was three other sisters, and I said, like I was always taught like you don't leave the job better for the sister behind you. I mean, you don't leave the job worse for the sister behind you, and you don't leave it the same. You leave it better as a
Mhm.
result of you being there, and just to be able to give them, a little talk. And I said, and if I find out you're not, representing the sisters in the industry, well, I'm gonna come kick your butts. And they're looking at the old lady like, okay. But
Oh, they
yeah,
listen to you, Aaron.
well, I don't know if we'll see if they listen to us, but it was a good feeling seeing that or knowing that they're not going to have to put up with half the crap that like we had to put up with, right?
Yeah. Yes.
And so that's like always like just a good feeling that, I always say you can anybody can like leave a career behind, but not everybody can leave a legacy behind. And I know like Stacy, you are, and Shannon, you are, and I know I am, and how you leave your legacy is, leaving something behind for the next generation. So anyway, so this is like our first episode. I hope that you guys join us next week. And I look forward to this because it's like in stone that we're going to see each other once a week. So that is definitely one of the benefits. Even if nobody watches it, I don't really, well, I do care, I guess, because I want other
But we get
sisters
our time. We get
to
our time at
benefit.
least.
But yeah, but we will definitely benefit as well. So sisters, I love you, and I look forward to hanging with you next week. And hopefully we'll see you guys, you other ladies, next week.
Yeah. Oh,
Don't
one
forget,
other thing. Go Dodgers.
go Dodgers.
Have to-
I
And
do
don't
that
forget
with
to espresso yourself every day, ladies.
All right.
All
All
right,
right.
ladies.
Have
It's
a
a
wonderful
pleasure.
evening. See you next
Bye-bye.
week. Bye.